So my mother told me that Eugene never swore in front of his wife.
Huh?
Is that true?
Who? Your father.
Eugene?
I don't know about that. Talk slow.
Well,
I
he
never
used to
heard
say,
him.
Moosey
I never heard him get mad at mommy.
I'm not mad.
They really loved each other though, huh?
He respected her, of course.
No.
6 times.
No, one time I walked into the bedroom because my bureau was in their bedroom.
You had a bureau?
Well, I had a drawer in their bureau.
Yeah, she was lucky, that son of a gun.
You had a freaking bureau, you
No. I had a drawer in their bureau. And I walked into the bedroom.
Mine was in the goddamn shed.
Yeah, but
Let's
will you
find
let
out
me
what they were
finish?
doing.
No, I'm jealous.
So I went in, and they were both in bed. And Mom says, "Don't you know you're supposed to knock before you come in here?" And I went, "Oh shit."
Then there was another time too, because I used to sleep in the front room on the couch,
Yeah.
and the way they had the couch, it was lined up with the door. The door was open, and their bedroom door was just open, and I saw him walking out in his glory. So there was another time I heard him say, "Oh, you heard me."
Oh yeah, I always heard her say.
Oh, say no, there was more than 6 times.
Attention,
There's more than 6 times.
Be careful, Eugene, be careful.
I need a translation
Oh,
on
there
that.
was more
She'd
than
say,
7
"Be careful,
times.
be careful, you're hurting me."
Oh no, I didn't want that information.
You got it,
You
honey.
wanted the information.
You
you're
wanted
getting
to
it.
know.
I
what it
just
was
was
all
curious. What was that like there on Harvard Street and in Douglas Street?
Very quiet.
What do you mean your clothes was in the shed? What shed?
There was
No, it was a closet
a
in there.
closet and then
Out of the living room.
Off the living room. Yeah, she called it a
You
shed.
didn't live there long enough. You don't know.
She lived there long enough. She got married there.
Yeah, but how long
6
she
months.
lived
I lived there 6 months.
We're on Douglas Street?
Then after that, I moved up and I slept in that front room.
Dennis.
in Ellen.
there? 4 girls got married.
Hey,
Yes, I know.
When
You
we
showed
moved
your
there,
photos. Oh my God,
Dennis
Harry's
was the
gonna have to
first
look at
time we
that.
had hot water.
Oh no way.
Oh, Mom used to get so mad at me because that was the first time we had hot water. And I used to take 2-3 baths a day and she'd say, "Hey, all right, huh?"
Harvard Street was cold water.
We
Wow.
used to heat it up on a stove.
Wow.
Yeah, you had this big bath.
And then was it on Friday night that Daddy used to do the washing or Sunday?
No, Saturday, Sunday night, they used to soak all the clothes in the tub. They used to put all the dirty clothes and soak it overnight in the tub. When Dad came home on Monday night, then he would do the laundry
Can
and
you
she would hang it out. I was telling Bob about
Exactly.
She didn't work, and
We all
on
did, but
Monday
she didn't
night
work.
when he came home, Dad did the laundry.
He really loved her, huh?
You were
Well,
stuck.
did he love her or what? He sounds like he
who
did a
was
lot of
that?
work.
No.
that. Hell knows.
Who the
Kissed her ass a lot for some
Who the
reason.
hell? No.
Well, maybe she was.
Well, who else can testify if you guys don't?
That's why I laugh. I found Nancy
You need to sit
Reagan.
over there so you can be in the
They
view
had Nancy
of this
Reagan's
camera.
life last night on
Madame. I'm trying to get a history of the
well, of course.
Duhaime
Oh,
Daigle
we'll
Union.
fill your freaking
Hey,
ears
Dennis,
up.
Dipsy Dag.
We'll
Yeah.
fill your ears up.
Nobody knows nothing.
Dipsy Dag.
The more questions I ask, the less they know. Nobody knows nothing.
You thought it was bad with me, huh?
Yeah, that's everything I ask her. Well, what was it? What did he refer to her as?
There you
No.
go.
There you go.
Allez,
Hey, buddy,
Hey,
did she party потом скула? We
Yeah,
used to
right.
fix her some brandy and
He asked her if
milk
she was
every
ready
night.
for a drink.
Dennis.
Belly
every
don't
night-
drink brandy?
Oh, yeah.
Dennis.
She drank brandy.
Dennis.
Oh, my
every
goodness.
night he would fresh squeeze
Squeeze
her
orange
orange
juice.
juice. Every
And
night.
peel her potatoes
This is
and
definitely a man who's in love. Or he's in great fear or
How do you
something.
get your light on outdoors, Dennis?
carrots. Well, the thing is on.
Do I have the light on?
He's right.
I'm trying to get a handle on this.
Get a handle. We'll give you a
We'll
handle.
give you a handle. Very nice.
What motivated Eugene? Right?
His 6
Oh,
kids.
Dennis, you're crazy.
Well,
I know it. She'd tell us, because she really knows more.
Oh, MaTantes Lorette?
yeah, she could tell us a lot.
Oh, I
Want me
got a
to tell
birthday
you
card.
about her though when we lived on Harvard Street, and she was the first one that went to work.
And I get mine too. 'cause
My
I
town
found
Lorette was the first one to go to work. Okay.
my flowers,
She
so I
had
don't know
a
if I get a
hard
birthday
time.
card.
The jobs were very
I couldn't
scarce.
understand the
And
connection. I'm
when
sorry.
she finally
But
got
I
a
got- I
job
got it
at the
2 days late, but I
Evangeline
got
Shoe,
it.
which was down the hill,
I said,
you
yeah,
know
you
Harvard
got it.
Street in Wilson,
Okay.
I did
go
get it.
down to
I
Lincoln
mailed mine
Street,
for you.
Okay.
Silver and Lincoln. That's where the Evangeline
That's what I'm
Shoe
gonna
was.
do next time.
Right.
And she got a job there, and she used to come
When I
home for
buy them.
lunch.
That way there, I won't lose them.
And my mother would say, Pauline, på South Street, look. That means
Go to the store
right away. Lorette is coming home for lunch, and I don't have any ketchup.
Oh, so we don't want Loretta
Oh,
to
that I
hear this.
remember
Oh,
that.
I would say it in front of her.
I remember
Oh,
that.
I remember. Oh,
You used
oh
to have
my
to go get her
God, we don't
ketchup
have any
'cause she
more
needed-
gum.
yeah.
Go get your
Oh,
sister
ketchup.
some
I
gum.
remember that. Hurry up, go get some ketchup.
Yep.
Loretta's gonna be home for lunch now.
She's gonna be
Work.
home there. Hurry up, Pauline, run. Okay.
So it wasn't Jean that ruled the roost.
Were they in Fear Factor?
Oh,
Factor there.
And she used to
I
hate
won't
me
believe my
because I was lazy.
Lorette hated it.
Lorette hated you because you were lazy?
Fat ass.
Come on. That's
Fat
not.
ass. That was
That's
my
how she
nickname
spoke
for
to
her.
you?
Grudarier.
Fat
How about la vache? I remember hearing you guys say that a
That
lot.
was Dad that used to call one of us. Who's Bush?
Who's dumbbell?
The dumbbell.
Your father called your mother that?
No, no, no.
Oh, he never called her names, right?
No, Dennis, you'd make a good reporter.
Well, this is what he's trying to do. He wants to know the life history.
The history of, well, it's almost, it's, you know, nobody knows nothing, I'm telling you.
No, you don't want to know all that shit.
I'm trying to get a handle on what Eugene,
Wait.
you know, I know what it means to raise 2 daughters. I can't imagine raising all those daughters. He had 6 daughters.
Don't work
And
it out.
he did it.
But
That-
Pauline,
that's still
Pauline, what did Mommy die of?
She had strokes.
Yeah, say stroke. See, she
Cerebral
didn't know.
hemorrhage?
I said strokes. I said
Well, she
cerebral
was
hemorrhage.
having strokes. She was having one stroke after another. Because I remember we had gone for
She had a
supper.
major one.
Yeah, and then because I remember we had gone for supper. Because, you know, they had said she was towards the end, and we'd gone. And when we came back, the woman said she was jumping this high after because she was having it so bad.
So it was.
And that's what Claire died of as well, right? And that's what Claire died of as well.
Yes.
well, she had a cerebral hemorrhage,
Hey,
and her liver was so bad that they couldn't do anything for her.
I was wiping
So Eugene used to go, he was a member of the East Side Club?
oh, any club he could get into.
So when did he go to the club? I mean,
Yeah, he
Very good.
he go right after work
Hey,
or?
Dennis, you would meet him on the street, like you'll come by me, you wouldn't even say hi.
What kind of a personality is that?
He
He didn't have any person.
He was a nice
He's very,
man.
very reserved.
He loved you, but he didn't show how.
Yeah.
I
did.
lived on Douglas Street, like over here on the corner of, I forget the name. No, not Maine.
Anyway,
And then and then they lived another block up, and I'd be sitting on the front steps, and he would be walking across the street, and he wouldn't even look away. Say, "Hi, Dad." That was it.
So no hugs, no kisses.
Oh
Never.
God, no.
Never.
Oh well, he had a good aim though. What the hell had I done?
he didn't like the
Oh,
sweaters she
you
used
had
to
a
wear.
skirt that was too short. Or,
Oh my God, he
And the
was.
sweaters were too
He
tight.
was doing oranges, and Lorette had just finished wallpapering the kitchen, and
This is on Harvard Street.
he hated the skirt I had on. He takes that thing.
It was brown and a purple sweater.
Takes time.
He didn't like the way it looked. That was not.
She was very slutty.
So Helen and I used to put a long skirt
He was.
or pants over our skirt, and we'd take it off when we got there.
He wasn't rude. Daddy wasn't rude.
Right, he wasn't rude to people.
He was just very.
He didn't have a bad attitude.
out what the hell
Yeah, but
He
Daddy
just
didn't.
didn't talk. He loved to
That was
play
his
poker.
character.
I went to Belmont Hall and saw my father there. I said, you want to sit with me?
told me to
What for?
See, Dad wouldn't have said that. He would have said, "Ugh," but he
Go with your statement.
When I met your mother, It was at a bowling alley.
Vic, he wants to know about my mother and father, not.
It's okay. He can interject if he wants. It's not a very strict format.
Are we having an interjection or what? Are we
And
having
we were
an
at a
interjection?
Twin City bowling alley, and I saw her there,
And he
and
fell
of
in
course,
love.
as usual, she wouldn't even look at me. Like
'Cause
I
you're an
didn't
asshole.
exist.
What a mistake I did.
You can't blame her there. Well, I
Well,
wasn't at my best.
Shut up.
And,
That's the other stuff.
and that's when I started talking to her. It's a wonder I got a few words from her. But that's how it started. That's where it
Hey,
began.
don't spit on me.
Twin City Bowling Alley on Bridge Street.
You're spitting all over me. Shithead.
I only remember two things on Harvard Street. Is Lorette's, Mummy's 25th anniversary that I stood behind the door. We had gone out, we had
Oh, I remember that. We were in,
And
we had our hair in rags.
We had our hair in rags, and we stood behind the door and let Mommy and Daddy go in. And then, when Lorette got married, the only thing I remember about Lorette's wedding is that we couldn't go to the double shower because we were too young. And we were sitting on the porch and we wanted to go, and she said, "No, you can't go. You're too young."
Don't you remember you and
But then when Claire got married, she was leaning on the stove, and we must have all been in the kitchen. She leaned on the stove and she said, "I'm going to get married." And everybody started whooping and hollering because they were going to
have a bed.
They were going to have a better bed.
Things are getting better around here.
Boy, were we moving.
Dennis.
That's all I remember.
I remember being on the porch on Harvard Street, and Harry came up to get Helen, and
Thank you,
Dad
Michael.
was on the porch for some reason, and I said that I had got an invitation, or she said, I don't remember which one it was. We had got an invitation to a baby shower, somebody we knew. He was so mad at me because I mentioned a baby around him.
Oh
I
no.
remember that.
Oh, they were really very,
He knew how
very
to make it,
strict.
but he didn't want to talk about it.
That's the only reason why none of us got
So it's-
pregnant, really. We were scared to come home.
So yeah, he was an intimidating figure.
Oh, yeah.
But I knew he loved me because the day he walked me out down the aisle, he cried like a baby.
He did?
Yep. He cried right out loud.
Is that the only time you saw him cry?
Yep.
Because he knew he was a bastard.
But why couldn't he take me aside beforehand
She couldn't do that.
and sit down and talk with me? You know?
Yeah.
Never talked to me.
Develop
That's what
a
I'm
real
saying.
relationship.
The morning, no, the night before I got married, he squeezed me down and he was, "You're crazy if you married that, that. And, I mean, shit. I was 17, I was in love. And the morning he walked me down the aisle, he cried, he sobbed out loud.
Wow.
You could see through it.
Well, Mommy didn't want me to marry Daddy because he used too much sugar.
Huh?
He used too much sugar in his coffee.
Oh, you
Who,
mean
Vic?
She
Yeah.
had you to marry Vic.
Yeah. Well, look, it's going to cost you a fortune to feed that guy, for Christ's sake. Look at all the sugar he uses.
That's funny.
Where are you going with my food?
That's funny.
I'm hoping that MaTantes Pauline's gonna sit there.
Oh, okay.
Well, she may not want to sit close to me.
Trick.
It's a trick.
No, you
There
took
you
away
go.
my
Keep
food.
your guys all in the same picture.
Oh, Dennis.
I don't want to explain it too much. It'll make. I get a kick out of Eugene though, because I never knew him. You know, I would love to
He
talk.
always called him Joe.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe.
He liked Harry.
Why'd you call him Joe?
Just for a nickname for something here.
Just to get him going? Did he get angry with you?
And he responded to it every time I see him. Hey, Joe.
Yeah. Vic said he liked you because you drank beer with him.
He's had our time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he used to like to play cards.
Yeah, we would play
Sunday
cards
nights
and he
every
used
now
to
and
make
then.
soup, onion soup.
Oh, vegetable soup,
Pea soup.
cabbage soup,
Cabbage,
pea
cabbage,
soup, any
cabbage,
kind of
yeah.
soup.
Pea soup with
Every
cabbage.
Sunday there.
Yeah.
So you go visit him every Sunday?
Cut there,
No, not every
and have
Sunday.
the cabbage soup.
He used to cook every Sunday.
Yeah, because we used to go up for rides.
And what about smoking? Did he smoke?
He
No, MaTantes. Go left.
Should have, didn't work, Michael.
He used to cook every
That's your
Sunday.
chair right there,
That's
MaTantes.
a chair.
He used to cook every Sunday.
No,
He rearranged it, Mom.
He
I
realized
want
it
you to sit here.
Okay.
so we can be together.
Okay.
She looks like she's all there.
That way I won't have to pan back and forth.
And you used to get mad playing cards with Mummy.
Well, she wouldn't understand.
Yeah, Mummy
She
didn't
never
understand playing cards.
He'd be playing deuces wild, you know, and he'd say, okay, the deuces are wild now, but that means you can use it for anything. If she goes out, she's got a pair of aces and a pair of deuces, and she folds. Son of a bitch, I told you! You had four aces! I can still see that. Moody man, I told you you had...
She used to have the best hands and she pulled them up.
No, it always she was doing
So they play poker
Oh,
just one-on-one?
It was
No,
Not one-on-one.
No, we'd drop by on Sunday nights. He'd have his soup.
And he'd always give the kids something.
Yeah, he always had ice cream.
Always had
candy,
pennies or nickels.
candy for the kids, and he'd have big pots of soup on.
That was in the oven.
Yeah.
All the candy for the kids.
So you had a lot of grandchildren.
Well,
No.
not at that time. Not at that time.
All he had was Lorette's.
Yeah,
He had Lorette's and Claire. That was 3.
I had my 5.
You had your 5?
Well, when we lived
That's when I
on
was
2nd
living
Street,
on
we
Douglas
used to walk over to see him.
Oh, really?
Lived there that long ago, actually.
So you didn't have any nickname for her? They didn't call each other
Val.
Honey Bunny or nothing? They just strictly...
Val.
I don't remember.
You call her Val?
Called her Val?
Called it Valledo.
You called her Val.
Strictly Valido? Trying to fudge.
Chocolate fudge.
Chocolate?
Yeah, and one time I wanted...
I don't think I remember that.
I said,
remember
Dad,
pretzels.
can you show me how to make some fudge? I'd love to know how to make some fudge. Well, God damn it, it's not enough that I gotta make it, now I gotta show you how to make it.
I remember I went her
And he would
What
not,
kind of a
That
reaction?
would be my father's reason.
What kind of a reaction is that?
and he would,
What?
when I asked Daddy,
Selfish.
I said, well, you know,
Basically.
I was the only one home.
Yeah.
So I says, Daddy, can you show me how to make some fudge? Well, God damn it, it's not bad enough I have to make it, now I gotta show you how to make it too.
That's not no way to speak to children.
But he never showed me. But he never showed me how.
But that's how
steak
people
or
And
work.
then he still never showed you?
No! He would not show me. I was supposed to stand there and watch him do it, and I was supposed to learn that way.
Tell the wife there's something wrong with us.
What?
Show this thing to psychologist so they can analyze.
You're not supposed to talk to children like that.
They did.
But he used to make fudge dough, Dennis, and he knew we liked it on bread. And before it would be just about ready to set, he'd pour a little bit. You know, he was very gruff, but he
was very good.
tried.
You do those really sweet things every now and then.
Generous, very generous.
Yeah. Why did you guys move from Harvard Street to Douglas Street?
Because Lorette bought a house.
She bought both of them.
Both of them.
So they wanted you guys wanted to be close to Lorette,
Why did
or?
we move there? Was it because of lower rent, or she wanted to be close to Pauline, or what?
Well,
Lorette was always very good to them.
Lorette was kind of
Very, very good to them.
because we
Lorette
never
can
had
be
hot
a
water.
witch about a
That
lot
place
of
had
stuff,
hot water.
but she's very generous.
You didn't have hot water?
No hot water on Harvard Street. You didn't know that, did you?
Oh, and they had hot water. Oh my God, I was in heaven.
Yeah.
How many showers?
Then Pauline would take 3 baths a
Three
day.
times
In
a
a
day, and my mother
four-room
would not
house.
understand that.
Now,
You're
I'll
clean
tell you
enough.
one thing I remember was Lorette bitching at them because she never used soap and the dishes were always greasy. Now, is that true? Is that true?
I don't
Because soap costs money.
I was too young. I don't remember.
And if Lorette borrowed a bread, Mommy'd say, well, forget it, I'll never see that bread now. And she expected Lorette to return that bread. I'll never see that bread now.
She didn't
Now,
realize she
Daddy
was
would
getting-
have given her two.
Sent somebody to the store for gum.
Oh, but Babe and I used to have to walk all the way down to First National to buy her a quart of ice cream every day. Didn't she have a frickin' freezer?
A quart a day?
A quart!
Yeah.
That was before
And we would walk
electricity was
every day.
invented.
About
Dennis,
drinking for
I
it.
grant you,
No, I'm
they
sorry,
never
it's a
used
pint.
that
That
language.
voice then.
I'm sorry, it's a pint.
Oh yeah, and
We
they
used to get a teaspoon.
We used to each get a bite.
would eat the quart?
Mom.
No, it wasn't a quart, it was a pint.
pint.
But we'd each get a bite, then she'd sit there and eat
Pint's
the
a
rest.
hell of a lot, too.
Yeah,
But
but we'd
she'd eat
each
the
get a
whole
bite,
thing
and
by
she'd
herself.
sit
We'd
there
each
and eat
have
the
a
rest.
bite, and that was it.
Oh wait,
You weren't
Belly
there.
no
It was
ate the
her
whole
night.
thing?
In the store. Me too. You didn't go and come
You
out.
were
You didn't
married.
walk. You were married.
I remember the mouthful. I really do. I'm serious.
You must have gone to the store before us.
She remembers the mouthful.
Maybe they were putting you guys to bed before you
The mouthful.
Oh, okay.
We would get the mouthful.
So that's why you got the mouthful, because we were too young. We didn't get a mouthful then.
She didn't do much.
You know when she left,
She did nothing.
you know
She
when
chased
left
me with a
up
baseball
there?
one time.
Real nitty
She
gritty.
chased me with a baseball.
Stay out there.
I don't think she ever told Dad.
What's that?
Dick's going through.
She told him.
No, really.
You're right.
All right. I still don't understand why they moved from Harvard
Hey,
Street
Uncle,
to Douglas
Does he
Street.
still have that dog?
Because I told you, this house was sold.
Dennis.
But just for that reason alone, they wanted to be near Lorette. I mean, what's the underlying
The
reason?
house was sold and they had to move.
Bob,
She's always
that
bothered.
Harvard Street was sold?
The house on Harvard Street was sold.
I didn't know
It
that.
was the
And when
Duns
he
or
said
something that
Bozo, I
bought
know
it.
who he was.
They wanted their parents on the second floor. I remember
I
that.
don't.
That I don't know.
I remember that.
No,
part.
I remember
And then-
Lorette offered him a
And
cheap,
then they had to move.
a cheap rent.
So that's when Lorette offered them cheap rent. I didn't know anything about the hot water.
He
But
did?
I remember Daddy being mad that he was not going to move. There's no way I'm moving from here. You remember? He wanted his clubs.
Now where's your dog?
And after he moved there, he never had a.
He's okay
He
now?
never had a.
Walking distance.
Yeah.
He never went to a club again. But I remember that. What he's trying to find out is how come they moved to Lorette's. But maybe because it was a hot water dance. I don't know.
They had the workman's club down the
So basically, Eugene and Valley Doe only lived in two residences.
No, they lived
No,
on
the
House
Duns
Street
were
too.
buying it, she said.
They lived on House
There were
Street
6
too, right?
boys in there.
You lived on House Street?
We were born, I was born on House Street.
I was born in a
517.
hospital.
517
The only one
Yeah,
born in a
on House
hospital.
Street.
and 607 Harvard.
I was the only one born in a
You were
hospital.
born on House Street, not in the
I was born in
hospital?
the hospital.
You? She told me I was always the only one.
she was only a
What happened? You didn't tell Dennis about how you dropped Babe.
Now
I
something.
didn't drop her.
I don't insist that.
I had her on the lady that delivered her, I think, was her.
Was it midwife?
She lived on the 3rd floor. Her name was Mrs. Mongeon.
Madame Mongeon.
Yeah. And she was one of these people that always kidded with us, you know.
She's still alive.
How the hell should I know?
Who the hell knows?
Who gives a
So
shit?
anyway,
She did
she
something.
said
Somebody
she
did something
told
to
me that I had a new little sister. I didn't believe her. So when she left, I went in the bedroom and I looked, and certainly there was a kid in the bed there.
It was a
So
baby.
I took that baby, 6 years old. Took that baby
6
up.
years old?
She was 6 years old.
God.
I took her up and they found me.
Where was your
I was
parents?
looking
How
at
come
her
they weren't watching
on the
you?
table. They must have been screwing again.
And it was Babe?
I think they were looking for her.
And that baby was Babe?
Yeah.
She was.
That's an amazing story.
That's really interesting. And you didn't make no mistakes with the baby?
Well, I didn't do anything. They
were
caught
looking,
me.
they were looking for your pee-pees if you were a boy or a girl.
We wouldn't have known the difference at the time.
When
Because we weren't used to PPs.
when Victor was born, when my father was born, his brothers said, "What's this? What this baby?" And they told his older brothers in French, you know, the savages from Africa.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely,
The
yeah.
Sauvage
Africa.
Afrique came and they put him in front of the door, and your father found him there. He took
they
a
didn't talk
premier,
about sex
and
then
he's
either.
your brother.
Yeah. Dennis.
And that's like they told him all his life, you're not even related to us. The savages from Africa left you at the door.
I don't ask questions.
Hey Dennis. But that's true though. What they believe.
They never admitted.
When we lived on House Street now, and I was little. You know when it rains and the oil makes all these colored
Like,
Yes.
things in
Yes.
or either on the sidewalk or in the street. Oh, we'd go, oh my God, somebody had a baby. The Indians dropped off a baby.
I never knew that one.
Oh,
And they
yeah.
said the Indians to you, too?
Yep.
The Sauvage Afrique.
They didn't say they were from Africa though.
The Sauvage Afrique.
Oh God.
That way they didn't have to admit that they had sex.
That's right.
here.
That's unbelievable.
And now,
They didn't fornicate.
and
They
now
used to hide
everything is
it.
sex.
They hid it.
Whoa,
And now everything is sex.
It was all hidden.
Oh God.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah, you couldn't even talk about a baby shower.
They never. So your mother never told you she was pregnant, and
She
all of
never
a
told us when we were going to
and all of a sudden somebody secretly let on to you that there's a baby in the other room and she's your sister, and then that's how you found out
Never
you went
knew
in there.
that she was pregnant.
So who would tell
But
you
we were
about?
not smart like the kids now.
The kids know
Yeah,
everything
but there was
now.
no knowledge about anything.
Who would tell you about your period?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Who broke the news?
discovered it when we started.
Panic, you said, what's happening?
God.
Like your sister didn't
Oh,
tell you, the
no.
older sister?
No. Oh, I remember.
You were on your own?
You could have. Somebody could have helped you
You
out.
should have taken the lead on that,
Claire
Pauline.
was so mad at me when I had
If she would have
I'm
took the
not-
lead, it would have got
Kenny.
passed out.
when I had Kenny, and you start to flow after, and she didn't know that. And she was so mad at me. Well, I didn't know she didn't know.
Well,
Because
she didn't have any kids.
I'm the first one that had a baby in that family.